Now, one thing I want to talk about real quick is I want to talk about crawling in general. Now, a lot of my viewers, I think, especially my more recent viewers, are not really into the crawling scene. They seem to be more into the brushless, you know, X-Max slash, maybe the brush slash, more into the short course and monster truck world, which is fine. I'm in that as well, but there is something about crawling. Now, my crawling videos, usually when I put them out, don't do very good on YouTube. Most of my viewers don't watch them. You know, they don't find them interesting or something. But I do have to say, when I first got into RC, like back in 2015, I didn't understand why people like crawling at all. Like, I'm like, that's stupid. Why would I pay $300 or $400 for a crawling RC that only goes like 7 or 8 miles per hour when I can go buy something for $300 or $400 that can go 55, 60 miles per hour? That was my thinking. I think that's probably a lot of your guys' thinking as well. But the benefit of crawling is it's super challenging. I mean, obviously this is like a cheat code right here, having these screws in the tire, but it's super challenging, but it really kind of tests you, and you have to figure out where the balance is, approach angle, departure angle, all that stuff is real when it comes to RC crawling, and whether or not you're going to make it over stuff, and then grip, how grippy the tires are. And actually, the benefit also of crawling is you don't break stuff as often. Like, every single time I have a brushless RC out, they almost always break. You know, they're going fast, you hit something, they break. Not to say this couldn't break, because there's times where it's getting bound up, and that could definitely break like an axle shaft in there. And then that would kind of end your day. But these are lock front and rear diffs, by the way, so they're not open differentials, so these are not meant for going fast. Crawlers aren't meant for going fast. It's just a single speed transmission. But if you guys are thinking about crawling, if you can find one like on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for cheap, just try out crawling. You might really enjoy it. Now, obviously, if you're on a street, if you're somewhere where it's completely flat and there's no terrain like this, that's going to be boring. A crawler is not fun in a grass field, like just in somebody's yard. It's not going to be fun unless you have something to crawl over. The challenge is the crawling part. Crawling over obstacles is what makes this so fun. But yeah, so just consider that, guys, if you're thinking about it, because it took me over 2 years, I think, before I finally decided to buy my first crawler. Then after that, I was pretty addicted. Now, more recently, since my channel's been going a different direction, I've been buying a lot of brushless machines, but part of me still really likes crawlers, but I just haven't been making as much content because people don't watch it. So if you want me to make more crawler videos, just start watching them and hitting that thumbs up button. I'll be much more likely to. And I want to do more tests with these screws in the tires. Okay, where do I go from here, though? This wasn't a good spot to go to. Okay, this would be a good spot to test if those tires will be able to keep me from flipping, because I'm at such an off-camber angle, and I have to turn downward right here, and that's very steep downward, too. So, I don't know if they'll be able to dig in, though. I'm going to have to, like, almost floor it. Wow, it did it. The screws on the outside of the sidewall actually really dug into the dirt there, prevented me from flipping. Yeah, and the steering really, like I said, is not compromised too bad. Like, in the dirt, it digs into the dirt, really makes it where it feels very stable. Like, the only time I'm worried about this thing flipping is on, like, steep angles. Otherwise, I'm not really worried about it flipping. Like, it's going to be hard to make it flip. This is totally cheating in my book. But it's so much fun. Like, it's defying stuff that would not be possible otherwise. Stuck on the pumpkin. Binding a little bit in that wheel well. Ooh, it's getting a little bound up. I think I can make it though. There. See, that's where you have to worry about breaking stuff, is when there's binding going on like that and you keep on trying to press the throttle. That's not a good idea. But that's the other thing that makes trailing fun. That's why I understand why people like doing trailing. Like, you get exercise, you get to be outside, and you're just walking around, and if there's rocks and stuff to go over, it's just a lot of freaking fun. It's a ton of fun. This root section right here is gnarly. Like, super gnarly. Let me get a different angle so you guys can see me. I need to get that front tire up. Maybe. There we go. Nice. I'm just in awe, guys. Really am. Really in awe by what this thing can do. I can't get up there because the bumper's gonna hit. I have to find the lowest spot so my tire will start climbing before I hit my bumper. Right there. Tire's starting to climb. Ooh, high centered. Might have to go a bit this way. So that passenger side will hopefully, I was hoping the passenger side will grip over here. It's not gripping. Maybe. Ooh. It did, but now my bumper's caught. It's undercut now. Ooh, maybe. 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 Have to reposition it. Technically made it out. Not the line I wanted to do though, but don't have the belly clearance. There. Nice. Undercut. Ooh, the body's starting to come off, I think. Well, maybe not. Oh, almost fell. This is all eroded out along here. I'd be very impressed if it can climb out of this. And there we go. Sweet. About in this one. I don't know if I can make it out of this one. This one might be too steep. I almost had it too. Got it. This is just a quick demonstration of how this thing can claw over basically anything. You don't care. I can't imagine this thing with portals. With portals, this thing, like I said, would be completely unstoppable. Back to the Jeep. We did it.